Hi loves, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the love, thank you for the support, thank you for the likes, thank you for newcomers. I appreciate you all for the support you've been showing me. So on to today's video, I'm going to prepare chips masala, and for those who might not understand the Swahili version of it, chips is like French fries, and somehow masala is in a form that is way spiced, not like using so much spices. For today I'll not be using so much spices, so we call it chips masala. So let me take this time to introduce myself. I'm called Helen, and I share my life, especially my cooking life, cooking videos, my life, whatever I can share. So for those who are new to this channel, thank you so much for coming, and please remember to hit that subscription button before you leave so that you can join and be part of my family. And to those who have been here, have been supporting me since day one, I appreciate you all for coming. So we've started by peeling off our potatoes. Then at this point, I'm just cleaning the surface so that I can wash my potatoes and continue with the procedure. So take your time and wash your potatoes. Ensure that your potatoes are super and are well cleaned. So I'll wash my potatoes twice. I'll start by washing it once, then I rinse it with clean water. After rinsing the potatoes, I'm going to I'm going to make them in a chips shaped manner. So I'll be using my knife after washing the potatoes clean. Then I'll be cutting them into thin or small pieces, or you can decide to choose the size you want for your chips or your French fries to be like. So I'm just cutting them into chips size shaped or chips shaped. Oh gosh. Wow. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just shaping them, cutting them into smaller pieces. Then I can show you our next procedure. So at this point, our potatoes now are well shaped into chips shapes, or the shapes that I wanted. So on to our next step, I will just put cooking oil into a frying pan so that it can start heating. So I'll put on the heat, put the cooking pan, and then I'll add our cooking oil so that our cooking oil can start by heating. Then we can now go ahead and heat our chips or our French fries. At this point, I'm using the traditional way of checking if the oil is well heated, and yes, the oil is well heated. So I'll start by putting our potatoes to start frying up, or start, is it really cooking? No, I think it's frying so that they can fry. Then I can show you our next step. So onto our chips masala recipe, I'll add garlic and ginger. I'll use tomato paste. I'll use tomato sauce. I'll be adding onions. I will be garnishing our meal with coriander. Don't forget to add salt for taste. So those are our major and main ingredients that we shall include to our chips masala recipe. Our French fries are ready. And at this point, I'm just taking them from the oil to different bowl. So we start by preparing our chips masala. Add a small amount of cooking oil to your pan. After it's preheated, you can add your onions. Let your onions cook for some time. Then you will add a pinch of salt for taste. For the lovers of salt, you can add to your desired taste. But for me, I'm just going to use a half teaspoon of salt for taste. After adding our salt, I'm now going to add ginger and garlic. Just waiting for a little bit so that our onion can cook. Let's just wait for some few minutes, then come in with your ginger and garlic. Just adding ginger and garlic, so then I'll mix it with onion, cook a little bit. So at this point, ginger and garlic is the one that is making up now the masala part of the sauce. Then we are of the chips, sorry. So we are going to add our tomato paste at this point. Or you can also choose to use blended onions, or you can just choose to use cut onions, just onions, without being tomato paste, or maybe choose or just use tomatoes. Let them cook for a few minutes. Then at this point, you are free to add your chips. Add your chips, keep turning, and make sure that you don't break your chips into smaller pieces. Ensure that when you turn them, they remain the way you had pre-cooked them or pre-fried them in your oil. So I'll just keep turning. Then at this point, after turning for some few minutes, when you know that the everything that you had like your onions and everything has really conjoined each other, then you can come through with your tomato sauce. Add your tomato sauce. Just enough of it as per your desire. Add enough of your tomato sauce and keep turning. After turning for a few minutes, just 2 to 3 minutes, at this point your chips masala is ready. And our last ingredient for spicing up our chips masala, we shall just garnish it with coriander, or what do we call it? Dania. So I'm just garnishing my chips with coriander, and at this point it's just you turn it and your chips masala is ready, because your coriander doesn't need like to cook for long. At this point, that is how it came out. Chips masala is ready, and you're ready to serve it. At this point, I'm serving it with a glass of juice. Yeah, that is how it came out. I love it. Remember to hit that subscription button, and I love you all. It's a bye bye.